What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, Tum Energia Martial Arts. Today with me a special guest. We're in Belgium. No idea how I ended up here, but we're here with Tommy Langaker. He showed a seminar today on some stand-up, some wrestling, and also some real concepts on stamina. Tommy, how are you doing?
I'm doing good, doing good. Happy with the roles, happy with the seminar, and now ready to get the fuck on.
Show us some cool stuff.
Yeah. So we're gonna start in the headquarters, as this is what we've been working on now lately. It's a lot of headquarters stuff. So initially when we come here, the first reaction is going to be from my opponent to start kicking me out. So he starts kicking me out, but he's not gonna stand up right now. He's just gonna make a push back. I'm gonna do a small jump with my feet here, and then I'm gonna be in like a half tripod position, not completely full on tripod. Just gonna walk, sidestepping. From here, I'm just gonna drop down. As I drop down, I'm gonna aim for my hip bone to be hitting the kind of top part of his thigh. As I go, I'm gonna be dropping down like this, okay? Now, if I end up too far back, it's not a problem, don't stress it. I'm gonna adjust coming up here. I hit with my hip bone, that's when I know I have connection. Make sure that you're not turning too much here, or you're not being too flat here. You need that sweet spot being here. I like to have an arm being straight like this, because now I have a more centered base where I want the pressure to be. If he has an underhook, I will completely base down on his jaw and his behind his ear to have a good stiff arm. I will club my elbow in. I will not fish my hand in. I will club it on the inside here, bring it up, and now I'll put it here as a door stomp. As I'm here, I keep my toes as a shoelace down to the floor. My foot goes here. If my opponent is searching for underhook, for leg locks and stuff, I'll be active with my clubs in the cross face, being here. Now as I get this position, I'm gonna keep my door stomp hand being here, and I'm gonna use this one. I'm gonna now crank it up, and I'm gonna drag my foot here. As I drag it over, I'm gonna do what I call a sniper switch. I'm gonna do this one, boom, here. Now as I go, now I can drag myself up, and now I'm in the side position. So that's just a quick way of how to handle the headquarters position when the person is shooting out. And yeah, hope you found the pressure good.
Really tight. So we did this in the seminar. You also spoke, besides technique, we did some technique, but the thing that struck me today with you was that you said, I don't focus only on technique, I focus on the concept of draining their stamina. Now, in the seminar I saw it, and I had the honor of being Yuka, but then when we rolled, you took out all my stamina, brother. It was the weight distribution. What's a tip for the people watching it? Because they cannot feel the pressure you're applying. What's a tip in these positions? I feel you putting the hip bone in and being a bit asymmetric. How do they get the concept of making them carry your weight more instead of just your sheer weight on the scale?
I think the first step on this is to learn like these type of passes as I showed, because it learns how effective the hip, how you can properly put the hip pressure on. So when you first know how to actually put the hip pressure on, that's going to make it more easy for you as you move to start searching for these type of sprawl passes. The stamina thing is so important, because as you saw, like when we first went into the headquarters, your first initial reaction will be to pull me and you want to stand up. So this is a very explosive motion where it requires a lot, and it will happen in the beginning, and it will happen every time you threaten your opponent, because he doesn't want to be threatened. So in order to take that away from him, we need to be persistent in what we're searching for. So I'm searching for, in this case, I was searching for headquarters and hip pressure. So I was always trying to navigate my hip, your knee line a little bit to the side, so I could put a little bit, I could lean without actually exposing myself with my legs. I'm using my hands to always navigate your head, so I don't get into leg entanglements. Like, you can get into a leg entanglement, but I can't let you invert and create momentum with it. So I'm always trying to put pressure on, and I'm immediately, if I feel like you're stretching me out, I will start moving to the side, and I will then go immediately put the pressure on again. So I won't give you time to rest.
Yeah, that was it. You let me move a little bit. I got in some leg entanglements. You controlled my head, and just every energy I spent, you just like, boom, steer and shut it down, boom. And I thought, I have some movement. And I was like, he's giving this to me just to let me move and then tire out and then put it back down. It was really weird to experience. And I think you putting the pressure on the head positioning, I could get your legs maybe with my feet and my hands, but I couldn't get my center of gravity underneath. So that was really tiring. I spent a lot of energy, and then you just passed me like butter. I mean, no, he didn't, but yes, he did. Yeah, he absolutely did.
No, but I think people forget that, like, in no-gi, it's a very common thing. Like gi and no-gi is very similar, but it's also very different. So if you look at gi players now, why are they doing so great? Is usually because they can manage the distance control much better. In no-gi players, they have a tendency of pulling people in and they're controlling with frames and so on. So I think this is one of the biggest advantages I have coming from the gi, coming into this, and now I understand a little bit more of the push and pull motion when it comes. I don't have the collar, but you have the collar tie. So utilizing these things and understanding how the head can manipulate the motion, the movement, and so on, is a major benefit, I think, when it comes to understanding how no-gi works.
Thank you. I hope to have you in my gym one day.
Absolutely.
People want to find some stuff on you, the instructionals, Instagram.
Yeah,
I'll put some link in the descriptions. Check it out, guys. Thanks for watching. See you next one. Peace.